Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philippine Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, there is the Vikings head coach. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick. Things off. And off we go from Denver. He's to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Anytime you find yourself on the road, you want to do anything you can early to establish yourself and quiet this crowd. And I'll tell you, there's no better way than to take the opening kickoff nearly all the way and set up your offense with great field position to start this game.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the...
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes!
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
He'll try to run for it. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. No issues there. This one is good. And the Vikings are out to an early 3-0 lead. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
If you ever want to get an idea, Mike, of just how competitive this guy is, when we talked to him the other day, despite the fact that he put up ridiculous numbers a week ago, you could tell that it was bothering him that he came up just shy of passing that 500-yard mark. I mean, he jokingly said, well, now he has something to chase. I could be even better. Well, I don't think he was necessarily serious. It wouldn't shock me one bit if he put up similar numbers at the end of this one.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this side, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. The Broncos bringing out their punter. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. On the ground, it's Genji to start the drive. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Genji. He'll manage only about 3. So it will bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the shotgun. Young gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. We'll run the draw with Genji. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. On play action, Young. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. From From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Mahomes on first down. He'll air one out for Higgins. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Down the field. He's got Washington. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a
big-time play for the Broncos. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Pass interference. Defense.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll do so with first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. This one intercepted.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gentry. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. From the 33, here's second down and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Young. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Quick, yellow. 30.
Now Young. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Here's the punter now. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
From 29, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
That's over the middle. It's taken in. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Attack! Attack!
On first down, it's Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Yellow!
To throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Yellow!
They'll run. It's Hall. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two.
Now, Mahomes. That is caught. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal.
Yellow! Yellow!
To throw is Mahomes. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal. Now Mahomes. That is It's a turnover on down. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half.
Oh, he gets swarmed under. They need him in the end zone. It is a safety. The first thought in your mind, running a play from the one. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
Interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is hot, and he's into the end zone. T. Higgins, touchdown Denver. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this game.
Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Mims. They'll get across the 20, welcome down 23-yard line. The Vikings offense can see what they can do for the final minute of this first half. And now the hill to climb has gotten steeper. They had the safety the last time they had a football. That led to a touchdown a moment ago. So the deficit going in the wrong direction. They'll try to right the ship here. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds just
Let's go. 48-yard line.
Young to throw on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. On second down, Young. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there. Third and long. To throw is Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on third down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left him with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up fourth down.
The Broncos offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll air one out for Higgins. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
Yellow.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And that will lead to a second down.
Yellow. Yellow. 15. 15. Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Easy.
Throwing is Mahomes. He'll find Hall in the backfield. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Here we go, the final weekend of the regular season. Week 18, Sort It Out Sunday. Let's get to sort.
One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Yellow.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. We'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Going up top for Evans. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 32 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's 1st down, and it's ball. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Not much happening there, just a short game. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Broncos. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The score, Broncos 33, Vikings 3.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense would take the field. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Right.
Now give to Genty, running right. To the 45. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a pickup of 46 yards.
Ready,
In motion, it's a Dunze.
A gain of 46 yards.
On play action, Young. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Max Crosby. He gets in to pick up sack number 18 now on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Young. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. Young. And that is incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They go play action with Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes back. This one downfield, taken in by Higgins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Denver. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game. And now 15 for the year. Going after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will add 1 more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Smith, red.
Run right at the gut for Genty.
Genty, the ball carrier. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Yellow,
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. Here's Young to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. That's taken at about the 14. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. second team.
Off we go with the fourth quarter, and it starts with a run by Hall. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Now Mahomes. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 is that one. And they'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mahomes. Down the field, he's got Washington. He'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Broncos
Yellow.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
1st down throw, Mahomes. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, 57 colors. Yellow.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos add on to their lead. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Young. He'll find 50 out of the backfield. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings 1st down.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Lost once on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Look at play action with Young. In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Now the return. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. He comes into this final weekend as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to finish the season strong. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Yellow, yellow. Go on, 80. 15.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Washington. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's a gain of 4.
A big-time play for the Broncos. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First and 1, 43. 43. 15.
Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught by the tight end. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and adds up to 16 now on the season. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot. That'll be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. This is caught at the 2. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now, Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Dicker, good with the extra point. Broncos add on to their already sizable lead.
Vikings 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing is Young. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 22.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
So Mile High salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. Get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't state much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out that I change up. Wait.